Hello, my name is Carley Anderson and I'm presenting on the occupational hazards of the mechanic shop at the University of New England. Public health seeks to promote physical, mental, and social well-being for large demographics of people, and occupational health narrows this focus to individuals employed at a particular location exposed to the same hazards and chemicals and work processes. The workplace demographics of the University of New England Mechanic Shop is that it's located in Biddeford, Maine, with 15 full-time employees, 10% female and 90% male. They range in age from 30 to 65 years old, with most having a high school education or some college. The mechanic shop is open between 6 a.m. and 3 p.m. with one 60-minute lunch break and two 15-minute breaks provided for the employees. The activities that were observed were routine tasks including changing vehicle tires, fluid changes and refilling, and general vehicle maintenance. And chemicals that are used in the work activities include spray-on decoats, penetrating fluids, lacquer thinner, and brake cleaners. Our site analysis demonstrated that the vehicle lifts help to minimize postural strain, and we noted too that the time spent in the activities is what matters. We observed squatting, repetitive hand force motion, and using the heel of the hand as a hammer. However, none of these activities were observed for occurring longer than the upper limit of what would be considered safe. So for squatting, 4 hours a day, repetitive high hand force motion, 3 hours per day, using the heel of the hand as a hammer for 2 hours per day. So this is safe. It just needs to be ensured that time spent on these activities does not exceed safe limits. Temperature observed was 24 degrees Celsius, which is 75.2 degrees Fahrenheit. An increase of 1.8 degrees Fahrenheit coupled with a heavy workload would indicate work rest cycles necessary. So it's important to keep track of the temperature compared to the workload and ensure that employees are not becoming overheated. The noise levels observed range between 60 to 80 decibels, with impact noise up to 90 decibels. OSHA limits employees to no more than 8 hours per day of 90 decibels over a time-weighted average, and no impact noise over 140 decibels. So this is within a safe range. The hazards we observed included lifting, psychosocial strain, potential injury to the eye, and temperature, again, as just mentioned. The lifting hazard was a tire of 50 to 75 pounds, and the risk here would be musculoskeletal injuries. We recommend providing annual training on proper mechanics of good ergonomic lifting. This could be partnered lifting or using machinery to lift objects rather than human lifting, and ensuring that when manual lifting is required, that the employees are bending their knees versus bending their backs to lift. Additionally, you can place strategically located signs to remind employees to practice safe lifting. Psychosocial strain occurs when jobs have high demand and allow low decision latitude. In other words, employees feel as though they have little control over what they do, but have many demands placed on them. And this includes the risk of cardiovascular disease, of increased time away from work due to other illnesses. So the recommendation here is to provide as much decision latitude as possible within each employee's scope of work. A job can be highly demanding as long as employees have a sense of control over deciding how to do their job and other aspects of their job. This can minimize job strain. And additionally, developing morale-building activities to recognize individual creativity will also help to build social capital and reduce job strain. We do recommend that an emergency eye wash be placed within the workplace. Considering the chemicals used, it's necessary that the employees be able to rinse out their eyes in case of backsplash or exposure to their eye with chemicals. The temperature again was mentioned. Heat stroke and dehydration are a risk with high temperatures, especially coupled with workload. So be sure that if the workload is heavy and temperature increases, to instigate work rest cycles. Overall, These are the hazards that we looked at and the recommendations that we have. We want to protect the health of your employees, and thank you very much for your time.